Love is such a beautiful, yet sometimes scary emotion to navigate and understand. It's defined differently by everyone, which to me is just so amazing because you get a chance to view it from like different perspectives. But now, on this particular podcast today, I just want to talk about being imperfect in love. Are you ready to change your story? Chances are you're stuck in an endless loop of a story that no longer serves you. It's time to embrace the new love story of you. I'm a mother and an entrepreneur. There's a chance that you are too. If you're ready to go on this journey of elevation with me while embracing the love story of you, your goals, doubts, fears, and desires, well, I'm here for it. Go grab your tea, your wine, your water, or whatever. Now it's time for you to be confidence on stilettos. Hey, Boss Beauties, it's your host, Lakita, and in this space, I show you how to create goals, crush them, and look damn good while doing it, all while embracing the love story between your goals, doubts, fears, and desires. So let's talk about it, honey. Y'all already know the drill. So if you're new to this, not this channel, I'm so used to YouTube, y'all. If you're new listening to the podcast, please, for whatever reason, if you don't already have this with you, go ahead, grab your wine, your tea, water, or whatever it is that you like to sip on, and just sit down so we can just hang out and chat a little bit. So y'all already know, just by Imperfect in Love. And when I talk about like love, because I know y'all hear me talk about it a lot, I'm not necessarily always talking about romantic type of love, romantic relationships and things like that. I just use that a lot because that's what most people identify with. But you can use, love with anything that's going on in your life. It can be with the food, it can be with, your hobby that you're establishing or you're into at the moment. It's whatever it is that's going on in your life. I just use relationships because a lot of our lives is surrounded and nurtured in the soil of relationships. So it's so funny that the word love is so scary to some people, and they're always afraid to use that particular word. It's insane. Okay. Let's just say that. It's insane. I think that's part of the problem in the world is that we don't show enough people how much we love them, or we don't give love to different aspects of our life because for whatever reason. I don't care if you're saying, I love buffalo wings. It's always then followed with an explanation like, well, not like love buffalo wings, but you know what I'm saying. Honey, by the way, I don't. Because when I tell you I love buffalo wings, I love buffalo wings. Period. Okay? Period. It's a big dot behind I love buffalo wings. Okay? I don't need to explain that. I unapologetically love me some buffalo wings. Okay? So, but I just think that when people are talking about love, even when like you really know that you love someone and you're out with your friends or whatever, and you're they may be talking about their significant other and that they love them, but then you're like, because you don't want to seem like, I don't know, like too vulnerable with this person, so you just be like, well, it ain't there yet, but it is. Like, I just want you to give that up. That's ego. That's ego. That's erasing God out of the picture. Love is such a beautiful word. It's such a beautiful emotion. It's such a beautiful action. And I'll get into the action part of it later on. But Look, y'all done got me off topic. Y'all know, y'all know it's hard. I mean, it's easy. See what I'm talking about? So to me, love can definitely start out as a feeling, but over time, it's going to evolve and transform as a choice. So regardless of what or who you love, it will always end with it being a choice. So yes, love goes through different phases. Um, it's just like when you're cooking, right? Like if you're making a soup or you're making a stew, it's going to go through different phases. It's going to start very liquidy, very fluid, and then it starts getting hardy. It starts solidifying in certain stages. Like it starts thickening, and it starts, you know what I'm saying? Like it gets some meat to it. Like you have to think about the people and the things and the emotion and the action of love in that aspect, if it makes sense to you. So I just want you to understand that at some point it's a choice. If you think love is always going to feel like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see him, or oh my gosh, I'm going to love working out, I can't, oh my gosh, I can't wait. No, there's going to be moments that you're going to wake up and you're going to be like, I don't want to go to the gym. I'm sick of this. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. But because love then becomes a habit is a choice. So therefore, even if you don't feel like going to the gym, you're still going to habitually put your gym workout clothes on, and you're going to go even when you don't feel like it. And then once you take action on the thing or the person that you love, you always feel better. You always feel better. I'm not talking about like love in the essence of how some people use it in toxic situations. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about pure, true love, like love. So again, like I said, it's always just keep that in mind. That's why I keep saying it, because I want that to stick with you. I want you to know that it's going to at some point be a choice. And that's the way that I identify with love. I identify with love, not the butterflies in your stomach type of thing. I identify with love as an action, as a choice, as your words and your actions are in alignment. I don't too much go off of just what you say and then how I feel, because I've been in trauma. So sometimes trauma can easily feel familiar to me. So I'm looking more so at what you're saying and what you're doing is in alignment. So if you say that, you know, I mean the world to you, what does your action show me? Does your action showcase the words of you mean the world to me? And you mean the world to me when I say it to someone means that, like, hands down, no matter what, through thick and through thin, through sickness and through health, through good times, through bad times, I'm gonna be here regardless. Regardless. So just because we have a disagreement, just because we have an argument, does not mean that I'm out of here. Just because I have a bad workout doesn't mean that I'm gonna stop going to the gym. You know, just because, I burnt the food, and I call myself a cook, don't mean I'm gonna stop cooking. That's what it means to me. It means that if you call me and you say, hey, I'm having a hard day, I'm having a bad day, I just need to be in your presence. I need a hug. I need whatever. I need words of encouragement. That means that I am going to stop what I'm doing to make sure that you're okay. That's what that means. Like whatever someone says to you, You have to be able to see it through their actions, which is a choice that they make. So I just really wanted to go a little bit in on that. And I just think that it's a beautiful thing when it evolves into where it's an action, it's a choice. It's okay, I wake up today, I choose to love this person. I choose to love myself. I choose to love my kids. I choose to love working out. I choose to love, you know, the talents and gifts that God gave me to live an abundant life. Just whatever it is that you choose to love. Love is a choice, and it's so amazingly beautiful. And yeah, and so often we do try to be perfect when it comes to love. When I think love is freeing, when it's truly love, you feel free. You feel like you can really spread your wings. You feel like a closed flower opening up, blooming. You feel different. And like when going back to like romantic relationships, when I think about my past relationships versus the one that I'm currently in, but when I think about like my past relationships, I was a closed flower. These guys would say, hey, they love me, but the actions was totally, totally opposite of what love should have felt like. I cried. I felt miserable. I just felt like they kept chipping away and trying to chip away, chip away, chip away. Never any words of encouragement. When the relationship that I'm in now is totally different. It's his words match his actions, which because I've been in traumatic soil that you know, I've partly healed from, but I'm still on a healing journey, sometimes feels scary to me. Like, oh, like, what are you doing? Because I'm so used to things not matching. I'm so used to things not matching. And, but again, it makes me feel uh, like a flower in relationship and I say a flower blooming, I'm only talking about this particular example of romantic relationships, because you can be open in one area of your life and close in another area of your life, if that makes sense. So I just think that love it helps you bloom. It helps you come out of whatever shell you're in, as long as it's true and it's genuine and it's reciprocity. It's all of that. So I don't care if the love is with yourself. It will free you and you'll feel your growth. It has the power to heal you and give you a better view of life. Before I got into this current relationship that I'm in, I took the time. When I say the time, I mean years. I took years on going on my healing journey. And now looking back, I didn't have to take that amount of years, but that's something that I chose to do because I'm the type of person that I don't like to emotionally bleed on someone and then bring my baggage to a new environment when maybe somebody is already healing from being in that type of soil. So I thought to myself, let me heal and let me become a better version of myself. And then what I found during my healing journey is that I would ask myself like important questions that I've never really, I mean, if I could be honest, never really asked myself before. And I would ask myself things like, as it pertains to like relationships, would I want to date would I want to date someone like me? And if I couldn't answer yes to that, I continue to work on me. I continue to, um, go through the journey of healing, go through the journey of understanding who I was, go through the journey of changing my narrative, changing the narrative of even the things that my ex was saying to me, just changing those different narratives. So that way, when I ask myself the questions again, like, would I want to date me? Then, and I was able to answer yes. I knew, okay, now I've healed enough to be able to be in a relationship. So, it's a lot of things that I worked through. I worked through, being emotionally available, not closing down when I'm upset because I'm afraid that someone's going to bash me, or not bash me, like physically, but, verbal abuse and emotional abuse. Like, not shying away from things like that, being able to actually sit down and have an adult conversation without yelling, without trying to belittle each other, being able to articulate my feelings, stand on that my feelings are just as valid as your feelings, and being able to collectively work through disagreements. And I just think it's beautiful when you find someone that can reciprocate the level of love that you're giving. And I think when it comes down to fitness and making healthy lifestyle choices and making health as a lifestyle, I think reciprocity is all about it when it comes down to loving. It's not that the healthy lifestyle doesn't love us. It's that sometimes we say, again, oh, we love this, we love that, because we're around people that's doing healthy things. So we love it too, honey. We love it. But then behind closed doors, your actions, your choices, um, and love for that particular thing is not aligning. So, I mean, do you really love it, or are you just saying it just because it just sounds good, right? So you have to think about things in that aspect. I think about love in that aspect when it comes to my business. I really, truly make things into characters so that way I can fully understand it as if it was a person, So when it comes down to my businesses, you know, the choices that I make proves that I love you unconditionally. Like, girl, I love you. Shoot. Do you see? I love you. So just going back to what I was saying is that I just feel like when it's true love, it's a way that you feel free, you feel growth, you feel the healing taking place. You see life through a different lens. Things become so much clearer to you. So yeah, it's just a beautiful thing to me. And I truly think it's really powerful to know that being imperfect in love is powerful. We really have to get out of the box that people often try and put love in. Love is not always going to feel like an Instagram post. Just stop, okay? Stop thinking that that's the way that love is going to feel. Oh, you saw this couple on Instagram and they look like the relationship goes. Girl, I want people to stop looking at one Instagram post and thinking that is their relationship goals. You are an individual, and whoever you're with, whatever it is that you're trying to be in love with, whether it's changing your lifestyle, you have to know that it's going to be a customizable um, journey for you. So I just want people to really get out of that. And I don't care what it is you're choosing to love. Love to me is a growth tool. So you're going to have moments where it doesn't feel comfortable. Trust me, honey. It's not going to feel comfortable. And that's perfectly normal. It's perfectly normal. Now, when I was starting my healing journey to learn to love me again, I felt Girl, I felt so uncomfortable. Like, oh my gosh, I just felt like, who are you? Because I had to go back through learning to love me again. I had to truly go back through it. I had to go back through learning myself. I cried a lot because I felt so imperfect. And I felt imperfect because of all of the trauma that I had endured. Now, I had gone like through a lot. But this is what I'm going to say. God's love, his love taught me what imperfect in love looked like and felt like. I learned to be kinder to myself, to be patient with myself. I learned that the reasons to be imperfect in love is, number one, when it comes down to my romantic relationship, like I want to have room to grow. I want to have room to, it's not just about being romantic. It's about having a life partnership. It's about learning the different things about each other. It's about being there for each other. It's about what he can teach me, what I can teach him, what we can learn together and grow together. It's such a beautiful, beautiful journey. And, yeah. And then when it comes to self-love, there's always room for me to improve. And I love that about me. I love that I can question myself now. I love that I am so open in my bloom season that I don't like try and cover it up, like try like, oh no, I'm good, I'm good. No, I'm not good. How, this is what I'm going through. Like I love that I can be vulnerable, and I can use my voice and state what's going on, emotionally with me, and how I feel, and let people know that my feelings are valid, just like your feelings are valid. And then when we look at parental love, again, so much growth there. Especially me, I have 3 kids and all of them are individual. I have to parent them all differently. And you love your kids unconditionally. Like that type of love, I think is just like the greatest love of all too. Because they be getting on your girl, they be getting on your nerves because they mind get on mine. Okay. They be on that last nerve. But then it's like 1 minute they can be on your nerve, then the next minute you be like, you hungry? What you want to eat? Like, that's what I'm talking about. I need somebody to love me like that. And then when it pertains to my business, I just love growing as a business owner, growing as an entrepreneur, learning what my weaknesses are, learning what my strengths are, how I can be more impactful in this space called the world, how I can take my business globally and impact the world globally. Like it's just so much, and I love that God has entrusted me on this journey to impact the world in the way that he needs me to impact it. And so I just wanted to come on and just remind you guys that it's okay to be imperfect in love, because it's all about growing and just trucking along. Okay. So with that being said, we have come to the end of this podcast. So don't forget to go out and rate the podcast. And don't forget, if you haven't already followed me on the social media, go ahead and follow me on Instagram at confidence_on_stilettos. Facebook is Confidence on Stilettos, and on YouTube it's Confidence on Stilettos with Lakita. All of the links will be in the description, so all you got to do is click the links to get to those different pages. If you haven't downloaded your free You Pressure Girl workbook, goal plan and strategy book, go ahead and do that. Again, the link will be in the description, so just go ahead and do that. Or you can visit the Confidence on Stilettos website and sign up on the email list, and you'll automatically get the book for free. So that's www.confidenceonstilettos. And yeah, just wanted to come on here real quick and just chop it up with you. But yeah, honey, always remember to aspire to inspire someone every single day. And until next time, we gonna talk a little bit later, okay? All right, now, y'all have a blessed one.